Good morning, dear students. How are you all? Yes, I hope you are all very well. You are doing well during the holidays. Dear students, it's a great opportunity for you. You can stay at home and learn much subject for the competitive exams. It's a great opportunity. We have to feel it a great opportunity. People staying in Srikakulam or some other districts, some areas, they can utilize the coaching centers or they can utilize the YouTube and they can learn it. They can learn the subject. Dear students, we, Faraday Coaching Center, have been providing coachings for a decade. Here, coaching is available for Navodaya exams, Sainik school exams. Those aspirants can utilize this coaching during the COVID-19 holidays. Dear students, I would like to introduce myself. I am Satyanarayana. I am an MA in English, MBA, B.Ed. Now, I would like to give you the description for Navodaya and Sainik schools. Dear students, every exam contains English language. There are some general topics, there are some specific topics. I would like to write them on the board. For example, we have parts of speech. If you know parts of speech better, the other topics, comprehension of the passage, active-wise, passive-wise, degrees of comparison, simple complex compound, or prepositions, or one-word substitutes, you can do better. I say the topic parts of speech in English is the most important one. How you need tables or calculations, multiplications in mathematics. If you know better, if you know the tables, multiplications very well, they are very useful for you in mathematics and arithmetic. In the same manner, if you know the parts of speech very well in English, they are very useful to learn other topics. Some other topics, the first one, parts of speech. Next, types of sentences. Types of sentences. Yes. Knowingly, unknowingly, deductively, inductively. We use many sentences in English, but the students don't know what type of sentence it is. Dear students, we have 4 types of sentences. Okay, let's learn them deeply in the next class, topic wise. Okay, and I would like to tell you some of the parts of speech. We have 8 parts of speech in English. You know them: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. If we come to types of sentences, I would tell you briefly. I am briefing all the topics in English. In English language, we have 4 types of sentences. One is assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, exclamatory sentence. One more sentence is added in English, but that is not recognized universally. Optative sentence. Okay. If you look at the next topics, active voice and passive voice. This is one of the most important topics in English language. Active voice and passive voice. Okay. Such hit a century. Kohli hit a century. Kohli hit a six. This is active voice. A six was hit by Kohli. A century was hit by Kohli. It is passive voice. Another example. I read the news every day. The news is read by me every day. The police arrested MP Raghuram Krishna Raju. MP Raghuram Krishna Raju was arrested by the police. Passive voice. Next, let's move to direct and indirect sentence. Yes, direct and indirect. For example, Kohli said to me, I have a camera. It's a direct sentence. When you tell the same to another person without changing meaning, we tell Kohli told me that he had a camera. Kohli told me he had a camera. Kohli told me that he had a camera. This is an indirect speech. And we have degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison. Yes, when you want to express your ideas beautifully with comparison, you need this type of degrees of comparison, and you learn them in your classes. Some of the forms: tall, taller, tallest, positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. Tall, taller, tallest, short, shorter, shortest, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, handsome, more handsome, most handsome. These are all related to degrees of comparison. For example, if you come to the states in India, in the context of area, Rajasthan is the largest state in India. If you look at the population, people in the world, China is the most populated country in the world. India is the second most populated country in the world. These are all degrees of comparison. Next, we have simple complex compound sentences. Simple, complex, and compound sentences. I play cricket. It's a simple sentence. I played cricket and got a man of the match. This is compound. I played cricket when I was a child. Complex. Next, we have antonyms, means opposite words. What do you mean antonyms? Opposite words. Opposite words. We have synonyms. It means similar or same means. Similar or same means. Synonyms. Similar or same means. Next, we have comprehension passages. Dear students, in the language of English, comprehension passages play an important role. Where some passages are given, students are asked to do the answers. Before doing comprehension passages, students should have some techniques. This is to test the students' understanding and reading ability. A student must read the essays from beginning to end thoroughly 2 times. Should read the passage 2 times. While reading the passage, student should take the pen or pencil, should underline the keywords, hard words in the passage. Students should identify the tense. What tense is used in the passage? We have tenses: present tense, past tense, future tense. Sometimes a passage is used either in past tense or the combination of present tense and future tense. It is very important to identify what tense is used in the passage. Comprehension passages play an important role every exam. Even you have the comprehension passages in your academics. If you are studying 4th class or 5th class, you have the passages. Those who are studying 8th class, 9th class, they too have comprehension passages. It's again 2 types. In your examinations, you have 2 types. One is seen passage, unseen passage. Seen passage, unseen passage. It's from your books, from your textbook, out of your textbook. Okay. In your academics, either class 4, class 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, you have seen passages and unseen passages. Seen passages indicate a passage from your textbook you are familiar with. You are familiar with the passages if you have studied. If you haven't studied, you don't know them, but from your textbook only. There are some limitations. Okay? Unseen passages, it may be given from any class. You are studying ninth class. The passage may be given from intermediate or degree or a textbook which is not related to you. Yes. Ninth one, we have tenses. Yes. It is also one of the most important topics in language. If you want to develop LSRW. Do you know, dear students, what do you mean LSRW? Listening, speaking, reading, writing. Language skills. These are 4 language skills. We call them language skills. If you are good at these 4 skills, you are a master in English. So, as child, as soon as your birth, you listen to your parents when they make the sounds. Then you start speaking some words, some letters. Okay. Then you read something. Then you write something. These are all sequentially. We learn them in a proper order. Okay. Tenses. Now we are talking about the tenses. We know them. They are divided into mainly 3. 1, 2, 3. Present tense. Past tense. Future tense. Again, present tense is divided into 4 types. We know them. Past tense is divided into 4 types. Future tense is divided into 4 types. We know them. Yes. Of that, the 10th one, we have homophones. Homophones. For example, S-U-N, sun. S-O-N, sun. The pronunciation is the same, but spellings are different, meanings are different. The pronunciation is the same, the spellings are different, meanings are different. S-U-N, S-O-N, sun. But the spellings, the first one is S-U-N, second one is S-O-N. S-U-N sun means you know it is a star. The sun gives light and energy. S-O-N sun. Okay. It is the opposite word of daughter. Okay. Male. S-O-N sun. Okay. Yes. Dear students, now move to. Let's move to. Homonyms. Homonyms, like synonyms. Homonyms, but there is some difference between synonyms and homonyms. For example, I say F-A-N, fan. The spelling is same, but different meanings. The pronunciation is also same. The spelling is same, the pronunciation is same, but different meanings. For example, we have a fan. This is a fan. An electrical tool which gives you air. Yes, there are many fans in this room. Okay, or a cricketer You like a cricketer. Okay. You are a fan of somebody. Or watch. We have watch. Watch. Which indicates time. Watch. And watch. Watch. Watch the TV. We watch the TV every day. And these are called homonyms. Yes. The next one, 12th one. Homographs. Homographs. Here, the spelling is same, but different pronunciation, different meanings. For example, L-I-V-E. Okay. Live. L-I-V-E. Only one spelling, but it is pronounced as live or live. Say, live program. Sometimes we watch a live program, live match. Live means stay. My parents live in the village. You live in Srikakulam. Your grandparents live in the town. Narendra Modi lives in Delhi. Okay. Live match, live program. We live, you live, they live in the town, in the village. Homographs. These students, one more substitutes. One more substitutes. We have one more substitutes. One more substitutes. It's very useful in writing a language. For example, a person who plays cricket, we call him or her a cricketer. We don't call a person who plays cricket. Simply we call a cricketer. Yes, a person who teaches subjects, we call him a teacher. These one-word substitutes are very useful in writing a language or in speaking a language. We can speak more language in less time by using one-word substitutes. Cyclist, I said a cyclist. What do you mean cyclist? A person who rides a cycle. Or pedestrian, we call pedestrian. A person who walks on foot. We can see many pedestrians on the road. They walk on the footpath. They walk on the roads. Pedestrians. Or what we call musician. We call him musician. This is also one word substitute. A person who plays musician. These are some of the hints. What topics we have. Okay, once we have regular classes, we can learn them in detail. Of the one word substitutes, we have spellings also. Spellings. There is no logic to remember the spellings. It's only practice. Some other topics, we have some rules and regulations. We can remember them. When it comes to spellings, we have to memorize them. Memorize. There are no specific rules. In English language spellings, for example, Independence we say. Independence. Yes. How I can remember? There are all E's only. Or there are sometimes it is given INDE, PA, NDE, NC is given. Okay. For example, I am writing 4 options. Okay. This is all beforehand experience. We must have learned them once before going to exam. We should learn them once. For example, I am talking about independence. It may be given like this. Third one, INDE, PA, NDA, NCE. Fourth one, INDE, PE, NDE, NCE. Okay, how I remember? I have practiced it once. Whenever we learn the spelling independent, there are all E's only. INDE, PE, NDE, NCE. This is the way we have to remember. For example, committee. Whenever we learn spellings, we have to memorize them. Committee, COMM, double M comes, single I, double T, double E. This is the way we have to memorize and keep in mind. Committee means, yes, double M, single I, double T, EE. Committee. These are the ways to learn the spellings. Okay, dear students, we have verb forms. Verb forms. What we call them? V1, V2, V3. Yes, simply we can say them V1, V2, V3. V1, V2, V3. The verb forms are also very important. For example, see the cut. V2 also cut only. V3 also cut only. But most of the students say cutted. Sir, he cutted my bag. Sir, he cutted my thread. Sir, he cutted my rope. Okay, he cutted my paper. But there is no cutting. Okay, this is wrong. CUTT is wrong. In English language, we have cut, cut on. These are some special verbs. Okay, and some of the verbs are there. The pronunciation is also important. Drive, we say drive. Drove. It is not driven. This is driven. Drive, drove, driven. Like that, right is the WRT, right. Not RIGHT. RIGHT, WRITE. Both of them pronunciation is the same. Pronunciation is the same. But different spellings, different meanings. Dear students, they are called homophones. We have already learnt homophones. Some words, the pronunciation is the same. But different spellings, different meanings. They are called homophones. I have already given one example. Sun. S-U-N sun, S-O-N sun. Here we are learning the verb write. What is the spelling here? W-R-I-T, write. You know it. What is V2? Wrote. This is not written. This is pronounced as written. Write, wrote, written. Okay, these are some of the verbs where you have to learn. They cover in the examinations. Yes. Let's move to some B forms. Yes. B forms means in English language we have is, am, are. These are all present tense. Was, were, past tense. And has been, have been also we have. has been, had been. Okay, has been, had been. For example, yes, sometimes have been also. Before learning these forms, we should know the pronouns. In English language, we have 7 pronouns mainly. Yes, what do you mean pronoun? It is used in the place of noun. It is used in the place of noun. Pronouns replace nouns. Here we have 7 pronouns. You have to learn this is the way. I, we, you, they, he, she, it. This is the order you have to learn. Correct. I, we, you, they, he, she, it. Ramesh. When I say Ramesh, you have to convert Ramesh into he. When I say Swati, you have to convert into she. When I say the class, it, the dog, it. More than one, Ramesh and Swati, they. The books means they. You have to convert them. Why are they important? Means they are specific. For example, B form for I is am, I am. We means are. You means are. In case of past tense was, past tense were, you were. This is the rule B form. They are, were. Okay. He means is, we know it. Past tense was. This is the way. And has been, have been, or had been. For example, I have been in this room for the last 15 minutes. I have been. I am in this room, but for how long? Means I have been in this room for the last 15 minutes. For example, my friend has been in Delhi, has been Delhi for the last 10 years. He is in Delhi and he has been in Delhi. Some difference is there. When you say he has been in Delhi means you are indicating the time. How long has been, how long has he been there? Okay. These are some of the B forms. Dear students, I would like to tell you how to gain command, how to get mastery over the language. There is a proverb, you know it, practice makes man perfect. Practice makes everybody perfect. Okay, it's all depends on practice. The practice is very important. At the same time, you have to write the notes neatly and you have to use the notes regularly. Whatever is taught in the class, that should be written in your notebook. When you write in your notebook, it's handy. You can have your notebook. If you have a doubt, you can open your notebook. It's handy. So every matter you have to present it and to note down in your notebook. A topic wise, that's handy for you. You can revise it. Okay. Next, if you come to how to crack, last one. If you come to identify the answer in the competitive exams, we have elimination method. Elimination method is also important. For example, I give you one example. Let's conclude with this example. My friends, dash, be good given. Here 4 options are given. Okay, if you know the answer directly, you can write sometimes my friends is, it's not suitable. My friends am not suitable. My friends was is not suitable. So if you know the answer directly, you can write. But sometimes elimination means what is wrong. Likewise, you can find the answer. We can conclude the answer. It's the end of the class. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And before that, I would like to say, we can have the classes in detail. In future classes, everything is taught in detail. All the topics are taught very clearly. Don't worry. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.